Well, new year, new makeup tips, check. New year, new tunes, check. New year, new beauty trends? Well, we are gonna take care of that right now. That's because we've got stylist Crystal Miles in the house today. How you doing, Crystal?
I'm doing good, and you?
Oh, great. It's always great to have you. And I know every time you come, you always got a new hairstyle going on. I always get so inspired. So as far as hair, let's talk about hair first. What are we seeing right now? What's going on in 2023?
Well, I think it's so many different things happening. But I want to start off with bangs. Bangs are huge right now. And what's cool about it is it's not just one style of bang. There's still the curtain bang is still hanging around. Really? You've got a real wispy bang that people are getting, like a heavy bang, but it's wispy. Curly hair bangs, big for the curly hair lovers. Wow. So that's kind of cool. So bangs, fringe around the face, a lot of angles, a lot of layering around the face. Huge. Everybody's doing that. And that's really been kind of cool to see them just play around and do more fun stuff around the face, you know, accentuate the face.
Does it take people some courage to make those decisions if you haven't had bangs in a little while, you haven't had the fringe around the face?
Yes, and I recommend if you're going to do it and you've not done it, go a little longer. So you can always go shorter. You can't put the hair back, you know, easily anyway. So it's better just to start a little longer, try something, you know, the curtain bang is a good thing because if it's a little longer, you can even tuck it behind the ear. So you can pretend it's not there if you don't love it.
That's a good little trick.
Yes.
And then what are we seeing as far as color goes?
Color-wise, very soft, natural, warm tones are coming back in, the goldens, the reds, as
What
you
you
see,
got?
yes. Which is nice because the blondes were so icy. Again, that's not going to go away, but you'll start to see a lot more softer blondes, more natural baby blondes, you know, that kind of thing. So that's exciting. Even in the brunettes, the warmer tones in the brunettes are coming in, almost like a sun-kissed look. The money piece has not gone away.
Money piece is still there.
But there's a smudge to it, so it's a little bit rooty, a little more natural, a little softer. Again, natural. Ever since COVID, I feel like people don't want to have to maintain as much.
Right.
So they're doing more styles where it might be a little bit more dramatic in the front, but then as you get to the back of the hair, it's a little bit softer and more natural.
And what's going on as far as length goes?
So again, there's long, mid, short, always. Again, a lot of angles, a lot of layering and things like that. But I do think we're going to see a lot more shorter hair this spring and summer.
Really?
Definitely bobs. The Bixie, which is really popular, which is the merging of the pixie and the bob. So I do believe we're going to see a good bit more short haircuts happening. People are going to want that big change.
Now, Crystal, here's the deal. I feel like every time I talk to you, my hair is essentially the same. I don't really change it much. For someone who's a stylist, are you like, oh, that's not exciting? Like, how do you feel about that?
No, I think that, you know, trends are amazing and they're exciting and it's something new, but classic will always supersede that. I mean, classic styles from the beginning of time have made women beautiful, you know, so they're not ever going to go away, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with keeping your hair the same, except maybe incorporating a little bit of change here and there. So for like your hair, for example, you could just put a little bit of angling in there, a little bit of a long bang or something, maybe even some layers in the back, soft layers, so again, they're not major maintenance, but you can change it up a little bit and feel like you have something new to your style. So there's nothing wrong with being classic, but you should change it up every now and again a little bit.
I like that. Kind of take a risk, play a little bit, just see what happens.
And what I love is, again, what's so cool about right now is people are mixing and matching. So they're doing something, you know, they may keep their long straight hair in the back, but they're adding a little detail to the front, or they're curving the hair in the back just to give it a little bit of like a C shape, a U shape, but soft. You know, they're doing different things like that so that it feels a little bit different, but again, it's not a major change.
I like that. Kind of ease into it.
Absolutely.
Now, we can't forget about the guys. What's going on with guys' trends?
So the mullet is still around for the young guys.
Mullet, it's still
hanging on. It's a little bit softer. You know, there's some layering. I've seen even some of the young guys who are doing some cool little designs along with their mullets, you know, having fun with it. It's not a bowl cut, but there was a bowl cut in the 80s, 90s. It's similar, it's a little bit more faded, but a lot of guys with the big long hair on the top and then real short in the back. And then for the men of a little bit more age, I think the fade is still really popular, fading into a little bit longer on the top. Seems like even the older men are enjoying a little more hair on top.
Ooh,
Yeah.
well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we want to hang on to you because we have more trends to talk about coming up. Thank you for all. You're such a wealth of knowledge. Always amazing to talk to you. All right, we're going to talk nail trends coming up. We'll be right back. You're watching DelmarvaLife, and we are going to continue to talk trends. We talked hair before the break, and now it's time to know what's going on with the nails. We've got stylist Crystal Miles again here. Crystal, nail time. What do we got going on?
So, as you can see with your nails, they're a little bit shorter.
They are short.
And I think people are enjoying a little bit shorter nails. You know,
Really?
for a long time, it was the really long nails. And of course, there's always going to be people who love that. But it's a little more practical to have the shorter nails. So that style is kind of being accepted a little bit more.
I feel like that's good for me because I have short nails anyway.
Yes, I've even seen one trend with like a French manicure, but real thin because again, the nails are shorter. So it's kind of neat. It's kind of interesting. Okay. Speaking of that, French nails are really back in, a soft, natural nail, even a French nail with a cool design or, marble tipped or colored tips. So there's a lot of fun things happening with the French nails. Definitely very new compared to what we saw back in the 80s and 90s when French nails became so popular.
They were huge.
Yeah, so it's kind of exciting to see like French nails, but different than it used to be.
Yeah.
One thing that I really love in the trends is the soft, cozy colors, and even they have these new velvet nails, which are really cool. They actually look like velvet.
No.
Yes. And they have like a glass nail, which is real shiny and real translucent. It's really cool. So they're kind of fun too. So a lot of really neat trends happening with nails. There's so many things, designs. Yeah. These nail artists have to really be on their game because a lot of people are, Pinterest is really changed the game.
I bet. And as far as it's January, winter, like what are colors for the winter?
So again, the icy blues, the cooler tones, again, they'll be more popular. Reds are always a staple.
Valentine's Day coming up.
Reds are always a staple. I would definitely recommend that. But again, the cozy, the browns and the tans and the soft colors, and they seem to be really a big hit as well. Yeah. But again, we're going into spring, so we're going to start seeing some more of the pastels and the brighter colors that will come alive again in that as well. Yeah. I will say that the more square-shaped nails, again, seem to be a little bit more of a hit, or the squoval where they're ovular on the edges but still kind of square.
What are mine here?
You're more square.
I'm a square?
So, yep, that cool. Style. So you're right in. You're right in with
I'm
the
trending.
trends. You didn't even know, but you're trending.
No idea. Love that.
Yeah, so, but I think, again, nails is exactly the same as hair. Do what you love. Do what you think fits your style, your personality, But don't be afraid to look around and see what's out there and try a little something different.
Anything you would say with nails that's like a no-go? Don't do it?
I mean, just make sure that you take good care of your nails. That's the key thing. A lot of times people will damage their nails over time by doing a lot of acrylic, and give yourself a break, which is why I think some of the natural nails have come back in some, because people have to take breaks in between and make sure that their nail beds stay healthy and whatnot. So I would recommend to make sure that you take good care of them and keep them nice and clean and shaped up. Even if you're not going to do much, clear polish goes a long way. If you just clean them up and shape them up good, it's going to help you to feel and look better.
And taking care of the nails doesn't just have to be a thing for the gals, right? The guys can too.
Absolutely. And I do think men in the past, 20 years have evolved in that they're starting to care more for their feet and getting more pedicures. It's not as, like I'm not here for that kind of thing. They're more open to it. So and again, just getting manicures, and they're not getting the full polish and stuff typically, but they will get them cleaned up and shaped up and look and feel good. Get all the yuck stuff out. So.
All right, awesome. All right, so before I let you go, Crystal, we talked about my nails a little bit. What should my next color be?
Well, I think a cool icy blue or something along that line would be fun.
Ooh, I'm in. I don't think I've ever done an icy blue.
Yeah, I mean, and you can go darker or lighter with that.
Okay.
So whatever you decide to do, but I think the blues would be something different to try.
Let's do it. We'll be a little bold.
Or you could even try the velvet nails. That would be really fun too.
That does sound fun. Sounds like a good time.
You have to check that out.
I do. Crystal, thank you so much for coming in and letting us know and keeping us up to date on the trends, but also respecting the classics too. That you do such a good job of that.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it.